16 wins at Laltalpec, Mexico. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 100.
You have to give him subtle movements, and Navarrete's doing that right now. He's being very patient.
There's Santisima, as he was able to land that right hand. Then Navarrete covered up, and he comes forward with a three-punch combination, including that left uppercut.
It's a classic move from Navarrete right there, is to lean to the left, show the left uppercut, but really throw a right hand.
And Navarrete doesn't have to really go looking for Santisima. Santisima is coming after him. You know, he wants to get close. He wants to.
Show you all the celebrities as they make their entrance a little later on, prior to the heavyweight championship fight. Navarrete with the jab here. Closing moments was still in his prime prior to his illness. They spent time together with Sugar Hill Stewart, who now trains Tyson Fury. And when Tyson Fury was searching around saying, I'd like to possibly go in a new direction, it was his cousin Andy Lee, who was watching the Raps there, who said the perfect fit would be to reunite with Kronk. And that is what he did. So Sugar Hill Stewart and Andy Lee will be in the corner of Tyson tonight.
Mark Breland, also a former Kronk fighter.
Yeah, Mark Breland, by the way, a great fighter back in the day, both as an amateur and as a pro. And he has been a critical part of the success of Deontay Wilder, along with his longtime trainer from there in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, J.D.'s. That has been an unbreakable bond for years for Wilder. A body punch comes in from the champion Navarrete. Round number 3 here.
Santisima felt that left hook to the body right there. He took a walk around the park to get a break, and Navarrete noticed it.
Navarrete finding some confidence coming forward here in round number 3. Body punches, he's been able to land 14%. That left hand hit the mark moments ago.
I like Navarrete right now, you know, what he's doing. He's keeping the distance. He's being first.
One thing, and he does another. You think he's throwing the left, he throws the right. The next thing you know, you're in a shootout with him, and then he's back on the outside using his reach. I love what he's doing. I don't think he gets enough credit for his nuance, for his skill, and for his boxing IQ.
Yeah, and he's throwing these punches at distance, you know. He's not going in real close to throw these uppercuts. He's throwing these uppercuts from far.
And that's really a no-no in the boxing game when you're being taught, but it works for him, and he's perfected it.
Yes, it is. Usually guys come back with a good right hand after a guy throws an uppercut, but, you know, it's not easy to hit Navarrete with a right hand.
Combination here at the end of round number 3. Another left hand from Navarrete. Trying to target the right hand, and he does. That is the live gate number tonight. It will be number 1 in the history of heavyweight boxing live gate in the state of Nevada. Of course, we will get those final numbers in the coming days, but it is going to be north of 17 million just inside the arena alone.
That's great news. Although they broke
You happy about
that? Although they broke my record,
you happy about that?
I'm happy. I'm happy.
Lennox
it
Lewis,
shows great promotion and social media.
Lennox, you are connected with history every which way, because your fight against Evander Holyfield that had the record for live gate, that was only the second heavyweight champ, the guy who will be considered the heavyweight champion tonight, who will remain undefeated between Wilder. And this is the moment where the commission signs off on the most powerful weapon in sports, the right hand of Deontay Wilder. So the wrap has been approved. Wilder is now ready to be gloved up. Nevada State Athletic Commission has signed off on the wrap on that right hand. Andy Lee, who was monitoring the wrapping of Wilder's right hand for Team Fury. Whoa. No objection, and look at Santisima as he comes forward here in round 4 against the world champion Navarrete, who is ready to respond.
So it's like I said, now you're in a shootout all of a sudden. So you see Navarrete boxing and using his skill, and all of a sudden Jay is showing these nuances in his skill because he stays busy, Joe. He's an active fighter, so you have no choice but to get better when you're active.
Threw over 85 punches in this round alone, did the champion Navarrete. And now Mark Breland is working on the left hand of Deontay Wilder. The left hand that many say needs to be in use more. If the jab could be a far more effective tool for Deontay Wilder, perhaps a more fully evolved and effective fighter. But when you have the greatest single weapon in boxing, oh boy, do you like to use it. And that is the right hand and that power.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, Deontay's got a great right hand. Everybody's looking for that right hand, but I know there's a left hook in there. There's an uppercut in there that, you know, a lot of people don't know about. And I'm sure that he wants to bring that out in this fight.
So as Wilder gets wrapped, Tyson Fury sits back and is still relaxing, flanked by his wife Paris and his family, his brothers.
Hands free, let go.
Watching along, see if Emanuel Navarrete can come up with another title defense here. Santisima did have his moments in the last round, but it's been the constant work rate of Navarrete that has been controlling the action as he lunges ahead with a series of right hands. Turns southpaw for a moment. That is not a knockdown there. But look at the work rate tallied by CompuBox. Navarrete has thrown 375 punches, and now he's landed 120. Opened up that time, and filling the spot was a left hook from the Filipino Santisima, and it doesn't even stop Navarrete at all. He just keeps punching. Wide-ranging right hand, and now Navarrete is on the attack here in round number 5. He is backing up Santisima. Navarrete clubbing, touching him time and again. Left uppercut, right uppercut, body shot comes in.
Look for that left hook to the body. Santisima has taken the headshots pretty well, but the shot he hasn't taken well is the left hook to the liver from Navarrete.
This is great work rate here of the volume punching attack and the aggression of Emanuel Navarrete. He is a fan-friendly fighter, and now wrapping up is Santisima.
Santisima is a little bit tired. He needs to really, you know, weather the storm and then come back with a combination of his own.
This has been a dominating 5th round from Emanuel Navarrete. Comes to the inside. Santisima tried to time something, and now Santisima goes to the body, and there's a left hook upstairs from Navarrete.
Navarrete would be a good case study for Fandor. Tall guy, clearly not as tall, but a guy who knows how to use his range, but also knows when to go inside when he has the advantage.
Deontay Wilder being stretched out now in his locker room. Meanwhile, Fury's walking around with a crown on his head. I think they're going through, which crown do you prefer?
He's in street clothes. Is he going to get this?
It's incredible. One guy, then you look at the featherweight division and you consider some of the big names there, and a guy who has the frame and can go up 4 pounds, but very...
Also a sharp dresser.
Is he ever? Coming to the end of round number 7, and that affords us the opportunity to go up to Brian Kenny and the guys. See if he can deliver the ultimate bomb, and that is the eraser, the right hand. He has 41 knockouts, the most of any current champion. Pacquiao with 39. Canelo has 36. Here we are in round number 8. Larry Hazard Sr. has it 59-55 in favor of Emanuel Navarrete, looking for another title defense. He has been dominating the action so far, with the exception of round number 4, when we saw Santisima land that left hook to the neck and the side of the head of Navarrete.
Not to take away from this fight, Joe, but the more that this arena starts to fill up, you start to feel the suspense and the anticipation of the main event. It's tangible. You feel it in the air. His best success, or at least visibly, he's hurt Santisima with headshots, but the left hooks to the body are that's what's jumped out at me the most, and I think he needs to get back there to try to get this stoppage win tonight.
Well, he also has to watch out for Santisima.
Yeah.
Left hook, especially when he comes in close, because that's the first punch he's throwing.
End of 8.
The good thing for Team Fury.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be able to turn it on and turn it off. And then if you're in there sparring, obviously you're working on certain stuff that you don't want to make the other team aware of. So I understand that completely.
Nothing wrong with what Tyson Fury did for this training camp. I said Navarrete took was taking a round off maybe 2 or 3 rounds ago, but I think he's taken off the last 2 or 3 rounds. I think he needs to get back to what was working, the jab, the combinations to the head with the hard shots to the body. Because Santisima has basically conceded to do whatever it is that Navarrete wants to do.
Navarrete, and you haven't noticed, but has turned to southpaw a couple times and threw a right jab and been...
He's got to let his hands go.
Big night here in Vegas, our first world title fight. We have the heavyweight eliminator and then the big one, Wilder Fury, which means all the celebrities will be coming out. And believe it or not, many have arrived early here to the MGM. Something's off with the way this wrap is. And now you see him going southpaw. So the right hand is now his lead jab hand. As he turns southpaw, goes back to orthodox, of course, and gets a combination. But he has been switching stances a bit here.
Yeah,
and now a combination on the inside. And you can see the tape is actually loose on Santisima. Some good work here in round number 10 by Navarrete.
He needs to finish to the body. Headshots are good, but he needs to finish downstairs with that left hook to the body, just like that.
Look at this attack by Navarrete. And every so often, Santisima is trying to place a punch between punches, but it has been a tidal wave of offense here in round number 10 all of a sudden from Navarrete.
And I say that because Santisima can take a good headshot. Sometimes guys can take it to the head all night long, but sometimes they can't take it to the body. The only shot that Santisima reacts from is the left hook to the liver.
You're right, and it's affected him. It's affected him in the way that he's, he wants to hold right now because
he
he's
covers
tired.
up every time.
Yeah.
That was a desperate right hand from Santisima right there.
That was a big 10th round from Navarrete.
And find a way around it. Good body shot right there from Santisima.
There have been times where Santisima has found just enough of a crevice between punches, and now he tries to come over the top with the right hand, just missed there. That was blocked away from Navarrete. Santisima willing here in round number 11. And look at Navarrete now with his elbow up on the top rope before he comes out at the Filipino challenger.
That left hook a few seconds ago hurt Santisima.
Yeah, he's still squinting from it.
And Navarrete sees Santisima affected. You can tell.
Yeah.
And there's a headshot. Santisima, he is compromised here in round number 11. Navarrete on the charge, trying to place a short uppercut on the inside. Combination punching upstairs. Uppercut, body shot came in with a left hand. Runs to him to close the gap. Can he close the show here in style? Round number 11, trying to defend his title one more time. Santisima's so game. He actually ducked through the blue and white rope for a moment there. Strafing attack to the head. Coming down and wrapping up as Santisima, but he can't hold back from the Mexican world champion.
And the referee is very close to the...
And now tying up so awkwardly that he throws Navarrete into that top rope. Clearly damaged is Santisima. Can Navarrete finish things off here in round number 11? Russell Morris giving it a look. There it is. TKO victory. Emanuel Navarrete.
Yeah, the ref was really close to it. He was looking to see what was going on. And I knew he was going to step in and stop the fight right there.